Morning.
Can I wear I have white shorts that go like to here.
Yeah, as long as they're not too short, that's
Okay.
fine.
I can wear those.
Yeah, you can wear those. What? You want to come on and say hi in a bit? Go dress up for church first, and then we can come on.
Okay.
Hi, guys. Just waiting for some more people to join in, and we could chat about a few things, because we're leaving for church in, what, about an hour. But got to get the family ready, so as my computer is bugging out. How are you guys doing? Everybody good? Good on this Sunday? Like, what next? I know some days I'm waking up and I'm going, what next? Like, what, hit me with it. What is the next state that has caved? Who's the next shill senator that is going to just prove to us that they were paid off? Who's that? Who is that? You know? It shouldn't come as a surprise anymore, but it's just infuriating. And I did want to chat a little bit about, I guess we're always kind of like talking about what to expect a little bit with all of this. I'm really tired already of the whole pro-vax versus anti-vax thing, aren't you guys? Like, I'm really done with that. I think that it needs to stop being called that. Many in the movement have already been like, we're not anti-vax, we're pro-medical freedom. And I think everybody needs to be, yeah, it's chai tea. Sorry, I do chai tea. I don't really do coffee anymore, since that detox especially. And I can't really be doing like wine as much. And I know a few of you have messaged me on that saying, yeah, I'm having issues having more than one glass of wine. And it's like, well, if you are doing that, going through the detoxing in your body, you probably shouldn't be having that. But, you guys, everybody needs to be involved now and own up to the fact that even if you believe in vaccines and you believe that they work, you have to be for medical freedom. You just have to, because I've not met one pro-vaccine person that is pro all of them. They're pro-vaccine, but they're like, yeah, I still avoid this one. And, I said, and it's like, then you gotta be for medical freedom. You have to, because things are going on that schedule and states are slowly getting rid of your rights. So what are you doing? What are you thinking? It's like we're all pro hydration, right? Are you pro hydration? You're pro food, right? But you still don't want to be told what to eat, because half the country thinks it's acceptable to eat McDonald's and Burger King and that kind of stuff 5 days out of the week. And you don't want to, right? You're pro food, you're pro eating, last I checked, but you still have a say over what goes into your body. So it should be the same. Oh, I'm pro all the medicines. I'm pro anything medicine and vaccine, and anything that FDA approves, I'm for that. Okay, but you're still not for forcing it, are you? Because there's a difference, and that's where we have to get on the same damn page with everybody. Even the people who want to be first in line for the free turkey, you guys, I promise. I know they're not your people, they're not my people, but even for them, it's like you still want to. Do you at least want some kind of choice? Because I do meet some people that they're totally for the government telling them what to do and how to live and how to think. They're way off on that other end, but even still. And so for those that are like, oh, you guys are seeing me walking around town with my no flu shot bag. You're seeing me like, I'm vocal and I'll talk to complete strangers. I'm just there, I'm there because it's just been years and years and years of this. I'm not telling people to be just like that. But what's interesting is many of you are saying, aren't you scared? What happens if somebody comes up to you and disagrees with you? Okay, they disagree with me, and then we have a conversation. We'll see where that goes. But people who are like the pro-vax type trolls, they're more brave, obviously, behind the keyboard. They really don't have much to say in person. I get a lot of looks, but you guys aren't even thinking about like the the benefits in walking around. There's obviously going to be cons to that, like dirty looks, and probably what's the worst somebody can say to you? Vaccinate your kids, you dumb hippie. That's like the worst somebody can say to you. Okay, really. But you guys are not even considering the people who are in your tribe and they just don't know it yet that will come up to you, because that does happen. That happens to me, like when I was wearing that bag at Sprouts, and I had a couple moms who were like doing this to me. They were just like, it's like we locked eyes and they just felt like, wow, cool. You're not even considering that your tribe is out there, and you guys could connect, and life is not as crazy as it seems. You're only looking at the negative in things. You're not looking at, potential best friend that could come from this. So you gotta like start thinking of it in that way. When I walked by that urgent care clinic yesterday, Jeff and I were laughing because there were a couple people sitting in their cars in that parking lot. And I was like, oh, that's going to be kind of awkward because they're literally just going to watch us do this little clip, right? It's on my highlight. And one of the people sitting in their cars watching had a badge, like worked at that place. So she was probably on her lunch break giving me the complete stink eye. And I just stood there anyway. I was like, I'm going to prepare myself for if she comes out and wants to say something. She didn't. Jeff was just laughing. We were both like, dude, if looks could kill. And for those that were like, why didn't you go in? It's not because I'm not brave that I didn't walk into that place. You guys, they do the flu shot in there and the flu mist. Hello, that stuff sheds. Why am I trying to be around a bunch of people and go into a building where that stuff is shedding? Ugh. That's why I didn't walk in there. You want me to walk in there? I don't know. Maybe I'll have to get one of those like mask things going on. Kim, what do you mean? What did you miss from the thing from yesterday, Kimber? Or did you just jump on and you're like, hey, what did I miss? Like that person at the movie theater. Who does that? I'm kidding, Kimber. I love you. People do that though. Hazmat suit. I got to walk in there like this. No, I don't need to do that to myself. The people that are already in there, already in line for it, they're a little far gone. This is for everyone else. Everyone else that was like considering it, because that huge banner is up. It's not propaganda. They're the ones spewing the propaganda. You get people, but these anti-vaxxers are spreading their propaganda. We're just combating the bullshit that you guys are putting in front of us all day long. It's on billboards all over LA. Who lives in Los Angeles County? I am disgusted, first of all. There's a lot of reasons I'm disgusted in LA, but biggest thing, these billboards up on the freeways that are, calling for vaccinate your babies. Like the best thing you could do for your baby, the best protection you can give your baby. And it's like everywhere. So to say that somebody like me, who's got like nothing, who's not got pharma funding, walking around with a bag that's just, don't do it. How is that spreading anything? We're not spreading propaganda, you guys. We are combating the brainwashing that's happening all around us, okay? And you got to get on this same with people. Okay, fine. You're okay with all of the poison. I get it. Are you okay with them forcing it though, with as much as they want to force? And if they say yes, oh my gosh, they're so done. They are done. They are overcooked. And that aluminum, it'll be the first thing that goes off when this whole like microwave blows up on us, you guys. I'm telling you. Nicole, are you on here? Because you said it best for me. She's like, when it does happen, it's going to happen really quick. There you are, Nicole. Nicole, what did you say? You're like, we're going to go like popcorn. Oh, okay. That's comforting. Ugh. I know, because I saw that, you guys. I saw that with the, oh my gosh, with the 5G that's going up everywhere. And, literally, if you put a piece of aluminum foil in your microwave, and see what happens in the first 5 seconds. Because if a microwave will do that to aluminum foil, we have to consider what these towers are gonna do to the aluminum in our brains. They're using the same radiation. Hello. When you're pregnant, you're not supposed to stand in front of a microwave. There's already countless studies out there proving that like the radiation from the microwave thing. Also, you guys, if you're using microwaves, stop. It's crazy. Stop already. Just don't. If you're buying organic food, don't microwave it. Put it in a pan. Take the extra 10 minutes to cook. Just heat it up with fire, okay? Stop putting organic stuff, especially, into the microwave. What are you doing? You might as well have bought the cheap stuff. You might as well have bought all the cheap produce if you're gonna just nuke it. Stop. I can't stand that. You know, you see all these new homes and their builds and it's like, oh, in the microwave above the... No, stop using it. Really, warm up everything on the stove. Warm up everything on the stove. Get practice. Get some practice dealing with fire for when everything goes down, okay? I'm not trying to scare you guys, okay? But I mean, I'm not trying to drop any more bombs here, but I'm gonna tell you just really quick. I am looking into all of these reset cities because they're all over the place, okay? $22 billion per city, reset cities all over China. That they've built cities that look like Paris. Like they have an Eiffel Tower, but nobody is occupying these cities. But they are built and they are there and ready for what? For what? What? Why are these cities there? This tells you that it's not going to be a flood that's going to do us in. It's not going to be, something's going to do us in, okay? There's something. And they're prepping for this. And happy Sunday, okay? Have a happy Sunday. That's not how I'm going to leave. I promise. I want to bring up something with the whole detoxing, actually, because we're going to do some dream chats because it's getting kind of crazy. But here's what I'm noticing the difference in, okay? For those that are on this TRS, because a lot of us are taking this, I'm noticing, and I'm going to admit, that the people who were already on a better, more plant-based diet, who juice a lot, who've already been pretty clean in their systems, they're not going through as bad of detox symptoms as like the rest of us are. There's the first thing. So I do want to recommend, which I haven't recommended until now, and I'm sorry because this is not me, you guys, when you're like, what about your diet? What do you do? I'm very I'll do red meat maybe once or twice a week. I mostly do chicken. I really try to stay away from pork, except bacon. I'm not the person to follow when it comes to getting your highest achievement in whole type eating. It's not me. It's not me. People don't follow me for that. I'm like pro medical freedom. That's really just my stance. But I can definitely refer you to a lot of people if you're looking to go down that road. It's enough for me, you guys. Right now, I don't even recognize myself, okay? I showered last night with apple cider vinegar. Who am I? I don't know. I just don't know. What is this? What is this? My pantry looks night and day from what it did years ago. And I mean, so I'm proud of myself in I give myself little pats here and there for those things. I can't do it. I can't say no to the donuts sometimes. I can't say no to Chick-fil-A. The thing is, if I go out of my way to get it, I could make better choices. But if it's put in front of me, I'm really bad at that still. Maybe that's a thing that I got to detox out of my system. Maybe there's something in me that's craving and still attracted to bits of poison. I don't know. I can't. I know what the answer is. Okay, I struggle daily. I know what the answer is, and I don't do it. Not all the time. You guys, bear with me. Okay, this is a lot. I'm going through a lot. This isn't me. I don't go on the earth and put my feet on soil. I don't do this. I don't even recognize myself anymore. I seriously, Jeff and I were at the park yesterday for not even an hour grounding while the kids were playing. And I get back onto the cement when I'm ready to put my socks on. And what did I say, Jeff? I don't remember. What did I say? I said something that was God, only a hippie would say that. It was I was looking at the tree and like recognizing that like out of the dirt, it really just out of the earth really just comes life. And I just said it like very just nonchalant, and then Jeff just stared at me, and I was like, ew, did I just say that? He's like, yeah, you just said that. What? I'm like, I'm grounding for just like a little. I'm drinking chai tea. There's nothing extra in this. Good. There's nothing extra in this, I promise. I do chai tea with almond milk, and
the only extra thing in there is deliciousness. That's it. It's so bomb.
It's good. I promise. There's nothing like, this is just me. This is just me. So imagine me with a glass of wine or two. It's like, but yeah, I'm like, I go through these moments of, oh my gosh, what is happening? You guys, am I going to now, like, I'm not ready yet. I am not, here's some things I'm not ready for. I am not ready to not wear just a little bit of BB cream or CC cream. I'm already paying for like the $20 vegan type cream, okay, to put on my face. Like I'm already going that extra distance here. Don't tell me to just not do any of this. Don't tell me to grow out the hairs in my armpits. Don't tell me to grow out the hairs down there. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, don't tell her to grow those out, guys.
I'm not there yet. But you know what? Hey, even if I wanted to, we have to have a talk.
Why?
I just want to know that you'd support if I get to that moment in my life.
Sure, I'll support you as long as you don't do it. Does that work?
I just see you guys, so I'm struggling. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I'm no longer judging the people that have gone full hippie to the earth. I'm no longer doing that. I used to just be like, not me. But I'm not quite saying that I'm going to do that yet either. Okay? Look, you guys, I'm putting breast milk on my face every night. My own breast milk on my face. Okay? I'm doing a lot of the things that I'm like, who is that? So, I don't know if she's on here right now, but this girl that I love to follow, amazing mom in South Carolina, her name is KB Gym and Juice. Okay? KB Gym and Juice. She is, if you want to get into juicing, she would be the one to follow because she has only been doing the detoxing for like 3 days. She's like picking up her guitar. She's just the things that she's like, music is sounding better. Like she's like earthing, and she's just being, I don't know. I've always considered, it doesn't shock me really because she's just so healthy and clean anyway. But I guess I wanted to say that besides her, I know that there's other people that do this. I just love watching her stories and seeing her recipes all day long. But, and she's also like really workout. Gosh, she's got quite the body. So, but see, Jeff and I, we're just not there yet either. We've had these discussions where we're like, what are we going to be? Are we going to be that couple that like works out? Like, should we be that like workout couple that gets people like, or do we like, do you want to just like, we're more along the lines of
let's eat good food and
let's try good food and let's just like have fun. I mean, not that those couples that work out aren't having fun, but I also don't want to do that either. You know, I also don't want to do that either. I would be the type that I'm just confident and comfortable with having more than one poop a day. I think that makes a world of difference for me. See, I don't want to do that. And there's a lot of couples that do. And sometimes we'll watch them and we'll say things like, we could totally do that.
We could, as we eat our ice cream.
But then, like, we also are not, you know, I'm not ready to just be, like, ripped. And I respect the women, though, that do. I really, really respect that. It's just in the time that you're doing that, I'm like, I got documentaries to go down, okay? In the time that you do those workout things, I have put the workout stuff on the side. Because I'm like, you know, birth certificate nonsense, reset cities, you know? So one thing at a time. Nicole, you got to stay away from me from everything else that you put on me daily because it's okay. With all of this, though, that we're doing, I feel like I can handle it. I left a lunch with Nicole just looking at every tower around me. Those aren't trees. Everything just got crazy from there. So besides doing some kind of cleanse prior, breastfeeding abs, yeah, I have that. You know, I lose about 3 pounds a day just from here. Just from sitting down online arguing with trolls. I'm losing weight this way. You know, it's great. It's really great.
Me too.
So besides getting into juicing, you guys, some kind of cleanse, I guess that's the most that I can recommend. If you feel like you've got a lot of detoxing in your future and you're going to go through these kind of symptoms that you have to prepare yourself for. Like, don't get on TRS and then message me 2 days in and be like, I have a headache. Well, yeah, that is a natural, normal detox symptom. And also, I wouldn't know exactly your diet, what you've been through, what your body's been through to tell you how long your headache's going to last for. Some people are like, how long is this supposed to go on for? I'm not sure.
It's different for everybody. We're all different. We all carry different heavy metals and other things in our system. So it's hard to just really be like, okay, you're going to have this symptom for this long, this symptom for this long. It just doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
Really. And they say that when you're detoxifying, it targets foreign invaders such as bacteria, parasites, all the heavy metals. It's estimated the average person has more than 700 known toxins in their body. So there's a lot of things. First of all, before juicing, though, I'm going to say, I think you need to get your mind right. Before even taking that first spray, you have to get your mind right. You have to prepare your mind for what you're about to do. And in this cleansing, the cleanses can be pretty difficult because they're going to generate both mental and emotional triggers, which are going to be challenging. Many of you who have been through insane trauma in your past, my heart goes out to you because you're going to have everything that you've been taking to suppress that, to not deal with it, that's going to come out. Obviously they're saying to eat a lot of healthy proteins and fats when you're doing this. You obviously have to stay hydrated. Drink fermented beverages, which honestly, you guys, that's not my favorite thing either. That is not my favorite thing. I try with the kombucha people. I've tried it and I don't like it. And I'm like, okay, I got to do this anyway. Like a lot of probiotics and allow a lot of time to sleep. What I noticed with this TRS is as soon as I go down, before I used to have, I have a million things going in my mind anyway, whether I'm on this or not. But while I'm taking this spray, I've noticed that I can just go to sleep though. Like my head hits the pillow and I have maybe 30 seconds I'm suddenly out. Okay? But we're doing a lot of other stuff here too, like turning off our Wi-Fi at night. We're getting rid of the EMFs. If you haven't tried that, try it. It's free to do, it's free to do that at night. You just turn your phone off or you put it on airplane mode. You could turn off Wi-Fi, put your phone on airplane mode, turn off the Wi-Fi in your house, and just reboot it the next day. So many people that are doing this that I've even told to like, hey, I'm doing this, and then they're getting back to me within a week. Oh my gosh, I'm sleeping better.
So 2 things on that too really quick. Talking about the EMFs. So as we accumulate all these heavy metals in our bodies, even small appliances that push out EMFs will have an effect on us. But as you detox, of course, getting out those heavy metals, it'll affect us a little bit less.
Yes.
The second thing on the sleep is that the TRS will affect your pineal gland, which is responsible for your circadian rhythm, your sleep cycle. And with that, it affects your melatonin because your pineal gland is, in part, one of the main glands that actually produce melatonin, which is the natural sleep for your body. And it also will reset your adrenal glands. So with that being said, you may experience some off sleep cycles in the beginning as well. Some people say that they sleep really well for the first couple of days and then they have broken sleep. So that's going to be natural. I did experience that too. Now I'm sleeping a little bit more straight through everything, which is great. But yeah, that first, and it wasn't just because of the baby.
I was like, we also don't have a baby here too, but he has been sleeping much better.
Yeah, so you may wake up at odd times and not be able to go back to sleep. Some people have experienced that. Mine was pretty short-lived. So those are going to be some natural symptoms as well for that detox.
And Nikki is saying day 4. I'm going to drop you guys right now with a little bit of a bomb. And please, can other people correct me with this because I'm wigging out a little bit, okay? So get ready. If you're taking TRS too, and what I'm seeing is many people, the thing that they're not able to get rid of even after weeks is migraine and headaches, okay? And I'm going to be very honest. It's my glasses.
Yeah, this is the one.
Because this is tripping me out, and I need other people to confirm this stat, okay? how do I even say this without sounding crazy? Okay, just say it. I'm just going to say it.
Spit it
I'm just
out.
going to say it.
Drop that bomb.
So, you know how 70% of us, right, in America, over 70% of adults are wearing some kind of corrective lens prescription, whether you're wearing contacts or glasses. So I only was doing 1 to 2 sprays when I first started. It took 4 months for those parasites to first come out, right? Since then, though, because I'm now pumping only, like, I'm doing a morning and night, especially while Enzo is gone. I'm not doing the 3rd day pump. So I'm pumping every 12 hours. So I'm like, I got a bunch of time on the in-between. So I feel more confident now doubling up my sprays. And I'm getting the same headaches that you guys are getting. But you guys know what's happening. So I'm like, my eyes are blurry. I'm experiencing vision blur. So I like take my contacts off. I just can't even do contacts anymore. These are my glasses. I'm negative 4.25. It's pretty bad. It's like blind. These were my newest prescription, okay? So I was putting these on and I'm like, okay, I'll take the contacts off and I'll just wear glasses. And I was still experiencing headache, even if I was staying hydrated. And many of you in my inbox right now are like, my husband is still more than a week in, headaches. And I'm like, do they wear corrective anything? Yeah, we wear contacts. Okay, you guys, I'm tripping because I pulled out my older prescription, which was negative 3.75, which is better. And I'm seeing better with my older glasses. My older prescription now, I'm seeing better with these, which sucks because I just splurged for these. You guys saw that. What was it, like end of last year? And now I'm going on to a lot of these testimonials and a lot of these forums. There was a boy who also, his vision is getting corrected. Now, with the eye thing we were talking about last week, we already know that like what a lot of heavy metals get stuck in our eyes. People are noticing their eyes are getting whiter. Their eyes are even changing color. And now I'm like, I'm torn because while I should be happy that my vision is getting a little bit better, besides the like 1 year supply of contacts that I still have that I've already paid for, what does that mean now? I need my glasses to see, to drive, to do the things normally. Like, what does that mean that I'm going to have to do? Do I have to like not do anything for 3 months while my vision slowly corrects itself? Meaning like, don't go out and drive, I don't know.
Don't cook, don't do anything, just let me do it all.
I can still cook. I can still cook, but we're kind of experiencing a bit of that vision blur, and you have to find your old glasses now.
Yeah, I have my old
And
glasses.
now I'm just like, I know I've got even the ones from before this, because these pair I kept for about 1.5 years. There was a pair before this that I gotta find that look really terrible. They're like not in style at all.
They just need a little cleaning.
But I want to ask many of you, if you are experiencing the same thing, try it. I know it sucks, especially if you're on contacts. If you have your old prescription, get it close to you while you're doing this. And whoever is on this live right now, send me updates because it's tripping me out. And part of me was comfortable with the fact that I've already done my glasses purchase for the year, my contacts purchase for the whole year. I'm covered. And now I don't know. Because then continuing to wear my current prescription is probably going to continue those same headaches. Because if your eyes are trying to correct themselves and you're continuing to put on corrective vision that they're like, lady, that's no longer what I need. Could that be why I'm having headaches still? I don't like this.
So more than likely what's going to happen is that Talia and I actually have the same prescription. So I experienced some of those headaches last week, so I limit the amount of time that I put my contacts on now. I will more than likely probably take some of her prescription, as I did not get a year's supply. And
slow it down.
Yeah, she'll end up
right now, guys,
having to just reduce her.
I can only wear my contacts for about 4 hours a day, and by hour 3, they're hurting.
Yeah.
Like by hour 3, I'm like, my eyes hurt so badly, and I take my contacts out, and suddenly I feel better. Like my eyes get better within an hour, but now it's like I'm still kind of blind. I can't, but headaches can be caused from low
Yeah.
minerals too. Yeah, you're right. I'm not ruling, okay, everything I just said, don't, do it for yourself, please. Don't take my word for it. I am just finding a few other stories, though, where they're experiencing similar. Kimber, what happened? What happened when you put yours on? Are your older prescriptions better? Because this is crazy.
No, it's great. And that's what it is.
It's great, but it's crazy.
Because eyes do accumulate heavy metals as well. I think it's mercury that accumulates in the eyes.
Yeah, your eyes do. And Kimber, hello,
She's
Kimber.
building up the suspense.
She's probably dropped her phone and because that's how I was when I did that yesterday. And I was like, I didn't really spend much time on Instagram yesterday, obviously, as you guys noticed, because I was probably sitting in a corner losing it a little bit over these. Hello, Kimber. You know what? You guys are saying I drop bombs, and here she is. Oh my God! And then just disappear. Oh, there. The up close is way more clear with my old ones. Knew it! I'm going through the same thing. I'm going to share my husband's.
Send
Please
it to us.
send it to us. It is very new for us too, this whole thing. But I do believe that the eyes 0 to 5 feet way more clear. And first of all, Kimber, the eye thing, your biggest thing with TRS is that you're not on crutches anymore. You're walking without crutches. Your story, your testimony, I can't wait for you to share it, Kimber. Kimadari. You have to share that. Because she was on crutches and 9 days into TRS, didn't have to use her crutches anymore? Crazy. So, there's all of that. Trees. Are those trees next to you, though? Are those trees or are those the 5Gs? Are the 5G trees? See, I knew it. I knew I wasn't going crazy, but I felt crazy all day yesterday. I really did. I had to take a midday nap, okay? I had to, I took my contacts out. I was like, I drank a bit more water, and I had to take a nap over all this. And then I put my old prescription back on, and I was like, no. Because now, I don't know what to do right now, guys. What I'm trying to say is, I wonder how this is going to affect people with LASIK. If you have LASIK already, I wonder how that's going to affect it.
I think that's already reconfigured the top layer of your eye. I don't think it would affect it too much until if it starts to degrade.
Well, so okay, for those who haven't seen it yet, there's an awesome video on YouTube. It's literally called Throw Away Your Glasses. It's this guy who talks about how he travels and all of the people he met in third world countries who, when they're in third world countries, and the kids' eyesight's getting a little bit bad, they can only focus on nutrition and diet because they can't just afford to send their kids to an optometrist out there. So their kids are not like our kids who 1 in 3 is going to get on some kind of corrective lens and prescription. Over there, they have no choice but to get their eyes functioning again and seeing again. And his whole video is on one day he literally took his glasses, threw them into the trash. And the guy who was talking with him is just, how did you manage? How did you function the rest of the day? He goes, I just did it. I forced myself to see it from here and take it back and continue to see it. I forced my eyes, and he just, within a few months, was able to correct his eyesight to 20/20. Crazy what a racket it is. And we already know that these things, the prescription, if I wear this all year long, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse the next time I go into the optometrist. There's going to be now negative 4.50, So that's kind of, go and watch that. There's been many books on it too, on throwing away your glasses. There's literally books of see now, already start seeing, stop depending on this other racket of a system, which is the optometry field. You take your kid in, I'm telling you, 1 in 3 is going to get that. And you yourself know, I have not met one person who's yeah, I wore my glasses, wore my contacts, and just my vision kept getting better every year. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But if I go into my next appointment, which I can only do by next fall, you just had an appointment.
Yeah, I I literally just had mine.
So I kind of want to go in though soon and see somebody who's gonna and see that my prescription actually got better. Although I know it got better because these make more sense than these right now. These are just uglier because I beat them up and I was like, yeah, I'm getting a new pair anyway. Am I ready to do that though? Do I have the means to just throw away my glasses and just not do anything for a couple months while I correct my eyes? Guys, carrots, apricots. So I've shared Dave's story where he's one of the other hosts on Freedomizer Radio, and he just said that he spent like a few months nonstop apricots with everything, smoothies, eating them natural, eating them dry. Like he's now at pretty much 2020. He just was able to throw away his glasses too. I cannot write a book. The book is going to start off with like,
maybe it should be an audiobook. There we go. I think that'll be work. That'll
to
work
be an
a little bit
audiobook.
better. Yeah.
Because this would be like, okay, so it would just be, I don't know how many tangents I'd go off in that too. But eat the seed? What? Oh yeah, I know that they, oh my gosh, see, we're doing it all wrong. How do I correct my glasses to 2020? How do I correct my vision to 2020? Yeah. How do I throw these in the trash? And what do we got coming up in life where we're kind of going to need this besides driving? Because I'm floored at what these people are doing. Anybody on their phones or on their computers that has to increase the font size, stop doing that. Apparently, okay, stop doing that, because when you do that,
crutching your eyes.
You're further, yeah, you're giving your eyes a bit more of a crutch. This squinting is okay to do, apparently. It's like, it's okay to have to do that. You're like, come on, eyes, let's figure this out, what's happening? And a lot of it has to do with the fact that we are constantly in front of things like this all day long, so that when we look up, there is going to be this natural blur, right? I'm just tripping out. My job as a photographer, ... Yeah, I need that, I have a maternity session later today too. Should I try to do a photo session with that? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it. That's terrible.
What was that movie with Tom Hanks where he was on the deserted island?
Castaway.
We can cast away it. We can go
Cast
to
away.
island there for a couple months.
I bet if you were in a situation like that, you have no choice. You can't put your contacts in every day, put your little lens cleaner. I always talk about that, my fear, not just the plane crash, but the plane crash and surviving the plane crash into the ocean, surviving the shark attacks, then getting onto a deserted island, and then you're like, great, I can't see anything. So if there's a boat that's like going to be saving us, I won't even know that it's there to save us. But apparently, my eyes would just get
better
naturally. Okay, said squinting is okay. So I don't know who wants to go on this little journey with me here. Whoever has some kind of corrective anything that's going through a bit of the migraines too with this TRS, maybe, just maybe, your body is like, the TRS is doing its job, and you're just frustrating you're just making the whole process like a little bit tougher, Your baby is so little we have to use goggles so they stay on. Oh. Seen babies who, yeah.
Glasses, yeah.
I've seen that too. That's sad. And I'm not saying that some people really just don't have, but that blur, obviously now with everything that's opened up, you guys are like witnessing to this, and you're attesting to it too with the studies you all send me. This whole eye thing and that blockage and the heavy metals that come and collect themselves in there, it's crazy.
I'm going to embrace my Asian side a little bit more with my blur and my squinting, so that way...
Can you not?
I am part Asian.
We're not going to be those people walking... I'm already going to be that person walking around barefoot with like a mask on. I'm going to be like my Chinese neighbors that are the only ones that walk around with these masks because they know. I told you about that, right? I actually asked one of them, hey, why are you walking around with this mask? And she started laughing. She's like, they've been spraying. I'm like, yes, I do. How long have you known? Because you guys have been wearing these for decades. I thought you guys were still wearing these masks since the swine flu. And she's like, no, it's the sprays. I'm like, oh my gosh, what else do you do? The thing that I can't do with them, though, because it's always the Chinese neighbor that's got this thing, the mask. I can't do the visor. Don't make me do the visor with the...
The green, the poker visor.
Don't make me do the visor. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet to be that person. That Asian person.
Guys, the next video, Talia's gonna come with a mask and her visor. She'll be barefoot. We'll be outside.
Sitting there just ready to just be the real me, the me I'm supposed to be, which is I'm excited for like the 50-year-old me, the 60-year-old me that just gets to, like, all my judging stays here, but I can't wait for it to just do this, and people can't say anything because they're gonna be like, she's old, just let her say it, you know? I can't wait for that. And the thing too with the glasses and the hats is, these people with the whole throw away your glasses, when Dr. Mercola talks about it, you know, they're saying sunglasses too are the worst thing you can do, because your eyes need, the retina needs that replenishment from the sun, you know, that vitamin that just straight there that helps your eyes. And here we have optometrists who are not only trying to sell you on these, but obviously they want you to get the sunglass version too. And then they say that obviously wear corrective, not protective, if you're doing things like snowboarding and skiing and, you know, boat racing, whatever. But if you're not, so now it's been hard. You guys will see me now out in the sun, and I have like a million sunglasses that are like the cutest sunglasses, okay? My Ray-Bans, I have so many, and I'm like not wearing them anymore because I'm like...
Just like a glass case. Like I got her this case that holds all these sunglasses, and you can hang it on the wall, or you can fold it so it kind of displays at an angle.
And each car has like all my sunglasses.
Oh my gosh, it's sunglasses.
And I'm like not wearing them because I'll go out, and besides this grounding earthing now that I'm trying to do, I'm like, nope, I need my eyes to just take in what the sun wants.
Oh, speaking of grounding,
I don't understand myself either.
So as we were grounding at the park yesterday, I noticed this person was riding around their car, and their passenger had their feet on the outside. And I was like, oh.
No, we're not doing that.
That's airing. We should be airing our feet as we drive, at least the passenger.
No, I will
the natural wind on your foot.
I'm still going to forever judge the people that stick their feet out of the car as the cars...
It was both feet. It wasn't even just one.
That. That brings me back to my childhood when I would see that on the freeway and just be like, ugh, look at that hippie. Who does that? Who's sticking their foot out of the car? Airing.
We're going to be airing.
I'm sorry, but everybody is now... Okay, hashtag airing. No, I bet people will do it, and then they'll come back and be like, actually, I noticed this about myself now. This felt better. I can do that. We need the free talks in life. I say we talk all the time about the detox, and these are the free talks. You know, you're earthing and grounding, right? We did that. You're earthing. You're literally getting electrons through your feet that come up that heal all kinds of chronic symptoms from people, and it's free. Airing. I don't know, guys. I had to end there. I had to end there with this thing, because now my world is shaken up, guys.
That's your vision.
It's my vision. It's not my world. It's just the vision part.
It is rough, though.
Hug some trees. Hug some trees. And now, you know, but the thing, too, with the grounding, I was being honest, right? I'm going to these places, and I know that dogs are allowed at this park, so I'm like, great. Dogs probably shit where I'm standing, you know?
And there are parasites in that poop. Yes.
And also, stop. And also, I'm thinking, too, what about everything that's being sprayed on the grass and on the ground? Like Roundup.
Yeah,
There's
true.
people who just still use Roundup, and they're still spraying. So what does that mean, that I'm going to absorb that, too? So now I'm just like... Do I need to, like, buy a patch of dirt and grass from, like, the Amish? Do I have to go to the Amish community to, like, and walk away with just, like, a patch of grass to that's where I'm going to ground? Because I don't know if I can even trust the parks. We live on, like, a golf course community, so they deal with all of the grass. Because it's expensive to have just real grass in a place like Nevada. It's really expensive. You'd have to water it too much. And then your water has poison in it, arsenic and fluoride. So it's like,
you know,
you guys feel me?
Okay, so
Are we all on the same page here with this? Like, you know,
we'll have
I
to go to the
can't.
desert.
Government grass. You can't do government grass.
You know, we'll have to go to the desert where there's no grass. They're not spraying anything because they're not watering the desert. It's right across the street.
So grounding on the actual desert.
Yeah, it doesn't look like pretty grass, but grounding. Nonetheless, you know, there's not going to be any chemicals in there.
Just don't even know myself anymore. I don't. I do know that if you're grounding, though, you don't have to exfoliate anymore. Like the dry patches that you get on like the bottoms of your feet, on the back, your heel. It's called your heel, by the way.
That's a medical term.
You no longer need to put that stuff on it. I don't know, you guys. You know what I was putting on there for a while too was my breast milk, because I was just like healing it, getting that better. I'm walking around doing this all day long. I really am. And I'm torn. I don't know. I have enough really to where I could stop. I could have stopped months ago. But now part of me is like, this stuff is wonder stuff. And I'm walking around literally with like the cure to a lot of things. You know, if you have a child with chronic ear infections, please, if you're in Nevada, I'll give you this stuff for free. You just put drops in there. They're fine. Pink eye. Joshua Tree. Everyone's going to Joshua Tree. Everyone.
Really good rock climbing out there too.
Moving close to a river.
You know,
okay, best
actually,
to ground in the ocean or a river. I'm sure. You're right, Nicole.
You know what? Standing in a
What am I
river
thinking?
is awesome. I used to do that as a kid, and it does feel really good.
I don't know who I'm becoming anymore. I mean, the fact that I last summer did a home birth, that was enough for me to do that with no drugs at all. Like not even a pain relief, anything. But I still, when I see the women who do the home birth, like there's women who do free birthing, and they'll free birth in like a river, or they'll free birth in like a lake, or that I'm still like, man, at least I'm not that level yet. I don't judge the women who do that, but I'm not at that level, you know? But maybe, should I be?
I'm sorry, but whenever you say, "Who am I?" it makes me think of that little scene in Zoolander where he's looking in the puddle. Who am I? He doesn't even know anymore.
I don't know anymore. You guys are witnessing this. I'm already making better choices at the grocery. I really am. I'll even do the farmer's market sometimes, and I'm like, I'll pay you the extra $4, even though I know you picked this yourself and you have no middleman. I will pay you the extra because I'm trying to support you in your family business. I'm already doing things like that, which he'll be like, hey, you know, the organic in the Sprouts is like a third the price, right?
I'll go pick it. You know what? Take $2 off. I'll go visit your farm. I'll pick it ourselves.
No, I want to support them. I do want to support them.
But it's just they're raising their prices more than the grocery store. It's
but
making it hard.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm doing really petty things lately, and so I want you guys to also comment. I did a post on Facebook yesterday, but you guys make me feel better here too, because I'm like returning things that I think are pretty petty, but it's more for the principle. Like I'm going to take a bag of mini organic bell peppers that when I opened up the bag, they had a few of the pieces in there had mold on them. And it was $3.99.
That's not petty.
I'm going to return it. I'm going to return it today, you know, and so tell me about the petty things here, because that's expensive. We can do a whole talk on just organic and that and how we're eating and how we're living, because it's sad. It is sad. They spray us down with Big Killer all summer. Yeah. So that's my day. Well, church, return some bell peppers. And
birthday.
Then we have like a birthday thing to go to with neighbors that are kind of opposite from us. That's always fun. But this, you guys, tell me, okay? Tell me
I wanna hear
who
about
else
this.
besides Kimber. And Kimber, let's text after this a little bit. Why? So then people are now going to be like, these are all the things you got to consider before starting a detox, apparently. All the things you're going to have to consider. You didn't post a story about how you splurged. Yeah, I did.
That red bell pepper.
I did. That one organic red bell pepper that's $2.
It was delicious, though.
That I understand. I understand why the average person will see 2 Whoppers for $3, and that's a whole meal. It comes with the soda, it comes with the fries, and they'll be like,
Comes with the fake meat.
yes, it's all garbage, but I can understand why the average person would jump for that versus buying organic ingredients and creating, a $30 salad at home.
You know what? If we if we move to that property that we were looking at in Idaho, I could totally grow our own bell peppers and just all that stuff that we like.
Because we're all about this. We're not moving to Idaho.
Oh, but it was so nice. The property
But
was so
P.S.,
nice.
we're looking up certain states that are very
I'm down
medical
for that,
freedom,
Idaho.
that are just like and the thing that Idaho did recently, where they pretty much squashed that, was pretty impressive, pretty amazing. Those that are, I was supposed to talk about how California sucks. I do that often. But you guys, if you're in California, this SB 276 thing, whether you're pro-vax or anti-vax, you guys need to get on this, and you need to, I'm going to just jump onto this thing right
Okay,
now.
she's gonna jump on that. I'm gonna jump out.
We have to get ready to go to church, but really quick, you guys. If this passes, the state of California has pretty much said, it's very contradictory, because they say at the same time you need to trust your doctors. Your doctor knows best, right? Don't question your doctors. But what the state of California is proposing to do with SB 276 is give the final say on medical exempts to the state and not to the doctors, because too many doctors are giving medical exempts. So what are you guys talking about there? What do you mean? And what's scary about this bill is that it's going to be some idiot with their clipboard, with their human error, with corruption, that they're able to be corrupt, that are going to come in and they're going to get to determine if that doctor's medical exempt was valid or not, which is complete horse shit, okay? You could thank Senator Pan for this. But also, what's scary is that if it passes, none of these vaccine reactions that are in the CDC's website, which were contraindications, are going to qualify you or your babies for a medical exemption. None of them anymore. It's so sad. That means if your child has had any of the following due to any other vaccine, you would think that they would be able to be disqualified from having to go through further poisoning. Well, nope. The things that now you won't be able to use that exempt for will be things like encephalitis, seizures, fever over 105 degrees, Stevens-Johnson syndrome, stroke, inflammation of pancreas, permanent arthritis. Oh my gosh, the list goes on. If they get blood clots in their limbs, inflammatory bowel disease, chronic, facial nerve paralysis, eczema, hair loss, all of these things that currently still you could get an exempt for, they're not going to allow you to get an exempt for with these. So please look this stuff up. I'm going to post everything they list right after I jump off this. But you guys need to seriously, if you're in that state, either get out. That would be my first bit. Get out. What are you doing living in a place like that? Or fight it. You got to get out or fight. And I'm over it. I'm like tired of the people that just sit back and aren't doing anything. You're literally like, you don't care. And people have the excuses. Okay, so every excuse at this point, I used to be sympathetic with, and now when I hear these excuses why people can't move, I'm literally hearing, here are all the reasons that trump my child's health. All of these reasons I'm about to give are valid, but I'm also saying that they're more important than the health of my child. That is all I'm hearing at this point. And if you're like, no, that's not true, the health of my child is important. Is it? Is it really important? Because you're not kind of putting it first. You're not putting it first. How do you find a doctor who won't turn you away? Great question. Great question. Why go to somebody to begin with who profits when you're sick? That's a better question. I'm done. Are you done with some doctors? I'm done with doctors. Shame these doctors. Shame these nurses. They don't know. They're not taught about vaccines. Stop. Stop what you're doing. Ask yourself why you're even going to these people. Why? Ask yourself why you think that you need to be at home and why do you need a doctor? I mean, I have people who are like, you're not sick currently. Their kids are not sick currently. And they're just like, we need to find a doctor though. We need to lock in on a doctor. Really? These are all, they learn the same thing, and it's all pharma funded. They learn the same thing. which is nothing about the vaccine thing. I'm not telling you to go and be your own doctor, but you by far should know more about your kid than your doctor does, and you really already do. With all this stuff that's happening, with doctors who are telling parents, okay, you gotta, if I were you, I would take my kid into this, or your kid needs to go to the ER. And if a parent decides, okay, but we're gonna try this instead first, and that doctor can call CPS on you, and they can come to your house and break down the door and take your child, what are you going to a doctor for? Really? What are you going to a doctor for? They are shit. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. I know many healthcare professionals follow me, but if you are in the healthcare industry and you are not speaking out on this injustice, shame on you, because your first oath was to do no harm. And there are children, you cannot even deny what is happening all around us. I'm sorry, you just cannot deny this bullshit happening. And you still have to be for people's freedoms to choose what they want to do with their own children, with their bodies, okay? The fact that in this country, a parent cannot seek out a different form of treatment if their kid gets diagnosed with leukemia or cancer, the first thing you want to do is pump them up with mustard gas poison. And if the parent says, no, I'd rather try this, that you're going to contact CPS on them, the state is going to come and medically kidnap that child. Where are we living right now? This is not land of the free. This is complete horseshit. Okay? Completely. I'm planning on being in Utah next weekend. Who's in Utah here? Utah. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, but I'm done. I'm done with the bullying from these doctors. I get so many stories from you guys, and this inbox is cluttered. Oh my gosh, we did our well check, and we used, a lot of the points you talk about, but our doctor just continued to tell us that kids are dying. And seriously, it's not that I don't care, but why did you go to begin with? Really? Why'd you go to begin with? Did you really need your kids' height and weight that badly? Do you ask yourself why this schedule? Don't you try to piece it together that your grandparents only saw a doctor when they needed to, and then the doctor even came to their house to do this? What are we doing? What are we doing with our babies? Come on. My gosh, your poor child, your poor babies and their symptoms. Here's where I'm just at right now with just my, I can't, it burns at me. This is how backwards society is right now. This is how backwards it is. The people who CPS needs to be at the doors of, honestly, are the people that are putting poison into their children's system. You should have CPS knocking on your door in a perfect world and society. Okay? Not the parents that opted out of the freaking poison. The parents that just blindly believe the pharma-sponsored paid doctor, okay, they're the ones that warrant a CPS visit more than anybody else. Because if you tried to put any of that stuff into your kid's body, all of those ingredients in there, and if you haven't looked at ingredients, you are lazy as sorry. I'm going to church right after this, and I'm gonna just decompress for the rest of the day because I can't. How is that? That is so incredibly backwards. That is so backwards that I'm endangering my child by not putting poison into their system, but you get to put poison after poison after poison on the CDC schedule into your kid's body, blame my kid when you're... And I'm the one endangering my kid. Really. I'm the one endangering my child. Your child is spreading all that shit that you've put into their bodies towards everybody else. For just the amount of the lack of common sense and human decency in all of this. It's not an anti-vax movement. It is a pro-medical freedom movement. Pro-medical freedom. And why I say we need small government, why is it? Because government was supposed to protect our rights, not take more away. It's supposed to protect our rights, not take them away. It's not supposed to put the civilians in check. It's supposed to put the powers that be in check. And this is the bullshit that we are all living with today. I'm gonna go detox. Gonna go get my spiritual stuff on. Okay, you guys, enjoy your Sunday. Get back to me on this thing, whoever, with your old prescription. I'm very interested in that. Okay, we will chat soon. We'll chat soon. Pro-medical freedom. all across the board. Please get with it. Get with it. I can't believe I'm fighting for these people too. But c'est la vie.